I want to open today's episode with something most people don't talk about enough. I'm not talking about passion, I'm not talking about motivation, not even potential, but follow through. Because here's what I've noticed, not just in my own life, but in almost every conversation that I've had with people who feel stuck, they're not struggling to start things. They're struggling to finish them. And I get it. Starting is really exciting. Dreaming is easy. Vision boards, big plans, new beginnings, they feel good. But the people who really grow, the ones who lead well and live with impact, they're not the most passionate. They're the ones who consistently follow through on what they say matters. So today, we're going to talk about why follow through is one of the most underrated spiritual disciplines, why it shapes your character more than talent ever will, and how you can begin building the follow through muscle in your daily life starting today. We first need to understand something about our culture. Our culture celebrates starters, but God honors finishers. We live in a launch obsessed culture. Everyone's celebrating the person who starts the new business, drops the new project, announces the new vision. Social media is full of day one post. New year, new goals, new beginnings, new me. But you know what I rarely see? They are out there, but they're rare. The year three still grinding, day 187 still showing up, didn't quit, no hype, just commitment. And there's a reason for that. Starting is public, but finishing is private. Starting gets applause, finishing requires faithfulness. And scripture is full of people who started, but only a few finish well. Paul wrote in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. He didn't say, I had big dreams. He didn't say, I got off to a great start. He said, I finished. Because God isn't looking for hype. He's looking for faithfulness. For the leader who shows up when it's hard, the spouse who stays committed when no one sees, the believer who keeps pursuing when no one claps. Let's get personal. When you say, I'll be there, are you? When you commit to a plan, do you show up or do you back out? When you tell yourself, this is the year I change, do you follow through? Here's why that matters. Your words are building or breaking your integrity. According to a 2022 survey by the Harvard Business Review, the number one trait employees want in a leader isn't charisma, it's not innovation, it's not even brilliance, it's reliability. Someone who does what they say they are going to do. In other words, consistency over charisma, because follow through builds trust. And trust is the foundation of influence, whether you're leading a team, a business, a family, or if you're just trying to lead yourself well. Your leadership isn't measured by how many people listen to you. It's measured by how many people trust you to follow through. Let's talk about the promises no one else sees. These are the ones that you make to yourself. They are the most important ones we have. They are the most dangerous to break, and they are the most powerful to keep. They're things like, I'm going to start getting up early. I'm going to take care of my health. I'm going to finally finish that idea that God gave me. I'll be more present at home. I'll spend more time in the Word every day. Here's the hard truth. Every time you break a personal promise, you slowly start believing you can't trust yourself. That chips away at your confidence. But the reverse is also true. Every time you follow through, your belief in yourself grows. And this isn't just a spiritual idea. According to a 2023 study by the American Psychological Association, people who consistently keep small personal commitments report 42% higher self-esteem than those who don't. And this is because they trust their own word. So if you've been struggling with confidence, don't go chase big wins. Go back to the promises you've been breaking with yourself. Start keeping those again. That's where real confidence lives. We also need to know that the enemy uses inconsistency to keep you distracted. Inconsistency isn't just a personality flaw, it's a spiritual tactic. Because if the enemy can't disqualify you, he's going to distract you. He'll get you excited about 10 different things, but committed to none of them. He'll keep your schedule full, but he will keep your spirit empty. He'll convince you to start strong, but never finish. And all of that leads to exhaustion. You feel like you're doing a lot, but you're never actually growing. And over time, it creates discouragement, it creates insecurities, and it even creates spiritual confusion because you start thinking, why am I not getting anywhere? The best spiritual warfare sometimes looks like doing what you said God told you to do, even when it's not exciting anymore. And I told you this is coming, but it's time for us to get practical because if you're anything like me, you've had seasons where you meant well, you started strong, and over time you lost momentum. So, how do we build the habit of follow through? Here are 3 practical tools that I have personally used in order to grow and help my follow through. Number 1 is start smaller than you want to. Big goals, they're really exciting, but the small wins are sustainable. Don't commit to 2 hours a day in the gym. Commit to 15 minutes in the gym or maybe a walk a day. Don't try to write a book this month. Write 250 words a day. Start where success is inevitable and build from there. Number 2, you need to make it public. Accountability increases follow through by up to 65%, according to a study by the American Society of Training and Development. So tell somebody, send a text, share your goal, because when your commitment becomes visible, it becomes real. And you need to tie the action to your identity. Don't just say, I'm trying to work out. Say, I'm becoming someone who values energy and stewardship. Don't say, I want to pray more. Say, I'm becoming a person who seeks God first. Identity drives behavior. If you change how you see yourself, your actions will follow. And let's bring all of this home. You don't need more hype. You don't need a new plan. You don't need a viral moment. You just need to finish what you started. Your commitments are forming your character. Your integrity is forming your influence. Your faithfulness is forming your legacy. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room. You don't need everyone to see what you're doing. Just keep showing up, keep building, keep becoming. That's the power of follow through. So thanks for hanging out with me today. If this hit home, I want you to send this to somebody who's in the trenches right now. We all know somebody who's in the trenches. I firmly believe that this episode can help. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because here on the Joshua Bridwell Show, we're not just growing fast, but we are growing strong. This has been another episode of the Joshua Bridwell Show. Tune in next time. Let's grow.